There. Okay. So, hello, David and Lenny. We are now live on Facebook as well as Zoom. Um, and welcome to Any Sunday Songwriters. This Sunday, my guests are Michael Gardner, who is just to my left. For me, maybe not for you, who knows. And he is in California, south of Los Angeles, but north of San Diego. And Mandy Woods, is coming to us from the UK, southwest corner. So thereabouts near Glastonbury. Is that what?
That's where I live, although I'm actually in
Although,
Wales at the moment.
yes. So Mandy is actually coming to us from the north of Wales, where I have been in this beautiful place. The Snowdonia is a vivid memory, and also the boat club in Conwy. But we'll go into that later, perhaps. And Mandy, why don't you kick us off and tell us a little about yourself and play us a song?
Okay. Can you hear me all right? Because I've just had a message saying I was unstable.
Oh,
Not for the first time in my life.
I wouldn't need a message like that. Hello, Jackie. Um, yes, we can hear you just fine, regardless of what Zoom thinks.
Okay, right. Yes, so I'm Mandy Woods. I singer-songwriter. I live in Glastonbury in Somerset in southwest England. I'm currently on the tail end of a holiday in my camper van with my partner Carol. We've both got our little camper vans and our dogs with us around the coastline of Wales, and this is the sort of last day. So the campsite owners have very kindly let me use their conservatory to broadcast from. So yes, shall I sing us a song, or? And I lived in Austin for 10 years, which is where Jan is, of course. So
That just fascinates me. I don't understand how we did not run into each other.
I know. It took Zoom. It took a pandemic and Zoom for us to
Yes.
get to know each other. Yes.
Yes. Please do sing us a song.
Right. This is it's a song I wrote a while ago, but I've just sort of rediscovered it and released it as a single. It's available on Spotify and everything. It's called Before You. Used to be love came around quite often. At least that's what I thought it was each time. But the promise that it held was soon forgotten, and the heart that broke wasn't always mine. If real love came around this time, I think I'd know its face. Used to be I didn't have a clue. I'd hold it tightly in my grasp and try to keep it safe, the way I never used to do. Used to be a time before you. Here we are, attracted to each other, glad to know those feelings haven't died. But though I'd like to lean across and touch you, I find that I'm too scared to even try. If real love came around this time, I think I know its face. Used to be I didn't have a clue. grasp and try to keep it safe, the way I never used to do. Used to be a time before you. Used to be I'd say too soon I love you. Used to be so deeply insecure. If I find the courage now, I'll simply hold you as I try to be a little more mature. If real love came around this time, I think I'd know its face. Used to be I didn't have a clue. I'd hold it tightly in my grasp and try to keep it safe, the way I never used to do. Used to be a time before you. Before you. Before you.
That was beautiful, and I can
Thank you.
totally relate.
Well, I sang that this up. The reason we're still in Wales, we were supposed to go back on Saturday, but I got chatting to the campsite manager of the site we were at before, and she said, if you're going to be here on Sunday, there's an afternoon of music by women called Sisters of Song, and there will be an open mic opportunity as well at it, so I never need to be told twice that there's an opportunity to play. And so I went to it this afternoon, and it was just amazing. And I just that's the song I sang, and I've never had such an emotional response to a live performance. There were literally people
I
in
can imagine.
tears, but which I took as a compliment. It was just amazing. So that's the reason we're still here, actually, because of that. I would have been broadcasting from Glastonbury had it not been for Sisters of Song.
That's a wonderful reason.
Yeah, well, it really was. It was just incredible. It was on a farm in a sort of, right, not in Anglesey on the mainland, but very close to Anglesey, just in the middle of nowhere.
Where farms generally are.
Yes, well, it was. It took some finding.
I'll bet. So, Michael, same question. Tell us a little about yourself and play us a song.
Let's see. I am a native Californian. Been here my whole life, except for a bit of military interrupting there. I am in the city of Orange in Orange County. I have been practicing law in Southern California for 42 years. And this is the thing that makes me whole, doing these things. Yeah.
I did not know you practiced law.
Yeah, I don't. I keep it to myself normally.
And the song?
Okay. When my youngest daughter was in elementary school, we were in the backyard one evening, and we noticed that the moon seemed to be sitting on the weather vane of the house next door, and eventually that little moment worked its way into the songwriting corner of my head, and this is what happened. My next door neighbor's got the moon on his roof. Isn't he a lucky guy? He used to ride a horse and he was kicked by a hoof. And he went out and learned how to fly. It seems to me it's all in what you see and how it all appears to be. I didn't ask you for your point of view. I'm just saying how it seems to me. To the baby I'm a giant, to the dog I'm a friend, to my woman I'm a pain sometimes. Some are never happy 'cause we can't get enough. Some are pleased to have a couple of dimes. It seems to me it's all in what you see, how it all appears to be. I didn't ask you for your point of view. I'm just saying how it seems to me. My brother likes vanilla, I'm a chocolate man, though almost any kind will do. My favorite car will always be a certain sedan, a Chevy that I painted blue. It seems to me it's all in what you see, how it all appears to be. I didn't ask you for your point of view. I'm just saying how it seems to me. Saying how it seems to me.
Bravo.
Thank you.
Yeah. So, two wonderful songs to start us off. One sad-ish and one happy-ish. So I'm going to do one that's like left field in which ballpark? Where are all the Gretas and Marlenas and all the Mae Wests? Where are they? No one tells the boys, come up and see me sometime. That's all out of style nowadays. But I still long for old-time steamy romance, satin gowns and stockings with seams, and men that wear trench coats and fedora hats. I wish they'd bring that all back, 'cause I want to be a femme fatale. I want to be a vamp. I want to whistle like Bacall and have 'em all eating from my hand. They put me on a pedestal, competing for my glance. I want to be a femme fatale. I want to be a vamp. Though I am a liberated woman, sometimes I'd prefer to be a tease. And when I see those starlets with eyes come hither soft, I could pull that off, seems to me. See? And men would buy me clothes and bring me jewelry, open doors and pull me out a seat, and then stand by politely until I'd sit, enjoy my sparkling wit, a little risque repartee with a femme fatale. I want to be a vamp. I want to be the party doll that upsets all their other plans. I know it isn't fashionable, but it's so elegant. I want to be a femme fatale. I want to be a vamp. Dietrich and Davis, they had it made. Mansfield and Monroe, hey, where'd they all go? Well, the women we admire now in the movies are all doctors and lawyers and chiefs. They don't flutter their lashes or swing their hips. They don't pout their lips or sit on anyone's knee. And if they're in some older profession, they've all been reformed by Act 3. They've given up their cigarettes and champagne. I guess we've come a long way, but I sure miss the day of the femme fatale. I wanna be a vamp. I wanna give the boys the eye, call some guy my honey lamb. I would be sensational. I want to be a vamp. Dear.
Hey.
And we'll just keep going round and round like that until they throw us out of here.
Okay.
So take it away, Mandy.
I thought I would sing this song I wrote to our neighbours over the road during lockdown. It was their golden wedding anniversary in the July of that year. And we live in Glastonbury in an area called Windmill Hill that is high above Glastonbury, and it looks out over the Somerset levels, or moors as they're called, which is a very flat area between where we are and the sea. And they have a gorgeous view and gorgeous sunsets. So I wrote this song for them. It's called Sunset on the Moors. West across the levels, there's a vivid orange sky. The land beneath its silhouette as day turns into night. From gold to pink to crimson as the sun sets on the moors. We'll never take for granted this view that's mine and yours. There is no sight quite like it, no place like this our home. It's early morning, misty shroud, it's fiery sundown. From gold to pink to crimson as the sun sets on the moors. We'll never take for granted this view that's mine and yours. From gold to pink to crimson as the sun sets on the moors. We'll never take for granted this view that's mine and yours. These level lands of Somerset, so flat and so immense, straight roads and flooded ditches that seem to have no end. In thermals up above them, swallows swoop and blackbirds trill. A treat for ears, a feast for eyes, due west of Windmill Hill. We gaze until the sun has sunk behind the distant sea, then turn to see the rising moon take over while we sleep. From gold to pink to crimson as the sun sets on the moors. We'll never take for granted this view that's mine and yours. No, we'll never take for granted this view that's mine and yours.
Beautiful.
Thank you.
I often wonder if, with people that live in really beautiful places, if it just becomes part of the wall after a while. but
I
it
think,
sounds
yeah,
like
we were
not.
talking about it. Well, I mean, we were new to the area then. We'd only been here a few months, so it was quite spectacular to me. But, you know, I grew up in Oxford and I know very little about the university, the colleges or anything. The tourists know more about it than I do. So I think
That's
you do take for granted where you live, really, don't you?
Yes, and we can go see that anytime, right?
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you move away and you go, why didn't I ever go see that?
I know, exactly.
So, Michael, carry on.
This is a young fellow, lives out in rural California, just out of high school. He's wide open eyes. What is my future? And he gets his notice to come join his country's new war. Come out, Sally, while the moon is high. We can dance in the meadow underneath the sky. Come out, Sally, and dance with me again. It's not yet winter and the time is right. We can dress up warm and go all night. Forget about what's to come and where we've been. Come out, Sally, and dance with me again. We can walk to the river, we can sing a tune, drink that water by the silver moon. Listening to your heart is not a sin. Come out, Sally, and dance with me again. This may be the last chance we can hope for. Soon they're gonna send me far away. Never mind all that, dance with me once more. And I'll spend my life remembering this day. There ain't nothing better than a moonlit night, walking with the crickets and the fireflies. Thinking about it, I can't help but grin. We can leave behind these crazy times we're in. So come out, Sally. Come on out, Sally. Come out, Sally, and dance with me again.
Wow, what a wonderful song. So, again, left field, sorry. I used to think that life was like a little dance, and if you missed your step, well, you had your chance. Now I know disappointments come and go. You keep looking back, you never get past them, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. And life is an endless possibility, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. We're standing on the corner of was Road and Wilby Highway. I used to think that love was like a photograph, a Kodak moment, good for a laugh. But now I know real love is never just for show. You may lose he's your lover, but love is never over, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. And love is a golden opportunity, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. And we're standing on the corner, was road and will be highway. One day they'll lay you in your grave and say the words that people say. Then they'll all go to some cafe or other. You won't be sipping coffee with them. Better celebrate some moments now while you can. I used to think that time was like a looking glass. If you could see more future, it looked just like the past. But now I know that time is just a river flowing. One season's done, the next one's begun, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. We're waiting for someday, that never gonna come day, 'cause it's now and then, it's now again. We're standing on the corner of was road and will be highway, where it's now and then, it's now again. Life could be very extraordinary, 'cause it's now and it's now again. We're standing on the corner, was road and will be highway, perpetually. And it's now and then, well, it's now again. And it's now again, always. Thank you. That was a moment of hope in an otherwise gloomy day.
I just realised my these things on my hoodie were clicking against my guitar, so I'm having a bit of a costume
rhythm section.
malfunction. Yes. Is it me now?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. Is there a background noise now, or is it okay?
It's okay. I can't hear it.
Okay. Oh, that's good. Okay, I can have the heater on then, because it's getting a bit cold here. We've had lovely weather, now it's turned a bit cold. A few months ago, I was contacted on my Facebook music page by a complete stranger asking if I was the Mandy she'd lost touch with in the late 80s, because she remembered that this Mandy's father had lived in Glastonbury, and she thought I looked like Mandy would look now. And there were various other reasons as well. But anyway, I wasn't that Mandy, but we've become very good friends. And I then was inspired to write a song about her quest for Mandy, who seemed completely unfindable on the internet. And then, so she was inspired by my song to try even harder to find Mandy, and then she did find her, which then kind of somewhat invalidated the song. So I was a little bit, I thought, how dare she find her? Now I've got an invalid song. Anyway, I rewrote the song to make it a bit more general, about looking for a friend that you remember from years ago and not being able to find them, basically, and wondering what's become of them. It's called Old Friend. How we met. No, that was the old version. We hit it off from day one, I remember. And girl, we stuck like super glue together. Innocent dead devilry, lawless teenage revelry. Not a doubt that we'd be friends forever. But somewhere, somehow, sometime, it all changed. 2 years on, we went our separate ways. I've drawn a blank on when or why, but now you just won't leave my mind, and I'd give the world to see your face again. where'd you go? I've been searching high and low, but so far there's been not a single clue. It's like you don't exist at all. Maybe you never did before, and I just dreamed those crazy years with you. Perhaps you chose to move on and forget. Perhaps you're best left safely here inside my head. Old friend, where'd you go? I've been searching high and low, but so far there's been not a single clue. It's like you don't exist at all. Maybe you never did before, and I just dreamed those crazy years with you. Yeah, I just dreamed those crazy years with you. Did I just dream those crazy years with you? Thank you very much. Thank you.
I'm glad she found her.
Yes, I know. It was, yeah, she'd given up, really, and then I wrote the song and she made this push to actually find her. And she was worried that something bad had become of her because she couldn't find her, and she's actually fine, so all is well.
Yay. It's funny, not everybody makes it onto the internet. You would think by this time that there'd be some traces, but that quite often I have found that the person I'm looking for, that I suddenly got a flash memory of, is just not available.
Yeah, I know. It's, yeah, and then you get really frustrated. They must be there somewhere.
Really.
And it's not. Yeah.
So, Michael, do you have any lost people?
Any lost people?
Yes.
I'm going to sing about one later.
Okay.
I want to say hey to my friends Tom and Bob. This next song is the same guy as went off to war in the first one. He is now back, and he found that Sally was there waiting for him. And so here's that song. You got the flowers in the vase, big smile on your face, sure good at keeping everything in its place. And I'm one of these guys who's so disorganized, I sure got lucky with you. You got me talking about feelings, and you're always so appealing, and you're never double dealing too. I can't imagine what you see in a fella like me, I sure got lucky with you. I threw a penny in the wishing well, rubbed the Buddha's belly, but I never had a thing go right. Always bumping into walls, another trip, another fall, till I stumbled into you one night. I act like a little kid, ugly as a squid, argue like the devil over things I did. But you take it in stride and enjoy the ride, I sure got lucky with you. I threw a penny in the wishing well, rubbed the Buddha's belly, but I never had a thing go right. Always bumping into walls, another trip, another fall, till I stumbled into you one night. I was nearly done in, and you were in 10-10. You were everything good good, I was nothing but sin. You didn't let it stop you and you took me in. I sure got lucky with you. I sure got lucky with you. Man, I sure got lucky with you. Thank you.
Well, I'm going to do my song about the one that got away. Because it seems to fit. There. Something just fell on the floor and I have no idea what it was. Sure hope it wasn't important. Every now and then I dream of you again from time to time. Why, I'll never know. It was so long ago you were mine. Like a river crossed, like a fortune told, a glitter in the dust, a glow among the coals, a shiver of regret. Every now and then I dream of you again. Like a hurricane you struck and changed everything I thought I knew. You were my earth and sky, you filled my day and night. I believed in you. Passionate and brief, our tempest of a song, melody so sweet, harmony so wrong. Such was our duet. But every now and then I hum that tune again. You ran away, you didn't even say goodbye. Were you afraid? No, I used to pray your lie would come true, and somehow you'd love me too. But yes, I did move on after you had gone. I was done grieving, and I found again a lover and a friend I could believe in. Ah, but autumn-colored hair, a pair of moody eyes, a tilted smile will make me look twice at someone I've never met. And every now and then, every now and then, yes, every now and then I dream of you again. Thank you.
Poignant.
That was one. Okay. Here's a question. Have you ever gotten a song in a dream that you had to get up and scribble down or it was going to be gone? That was one of those.
Oh, wow. God. I have had dreams where I've written a fantastic song and then I just can't remember it in the morning. It's gone.
Yep.
You won't.
Yep.
That's the thing. If you don't get up right now and write it down,
Yep. Yep.
going to somebody else.
Yep. Sometimes it's, oh, this is such a brilliant piece of melody, I'll never forget it.
Oh, right.
Till morning, but
Yeah.
we're inside.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's horrible. It wasn't good in the first place.
There was a poet, and I can't remember who it was, but she said she'd be out in the fields doing something on her farm, and an idea for a poem would come to her, and she would race it back to her house before it got away.
To be
I used to
done.
do that mowing the lawn.
Yeah.
I know that experience.
So this is was inspired by my years in Austin, spending many a Sunday at the omelette tree, having
It's still there, but not in the same place.
no, this was the one on Burnett and
Yeah. It's
and
now on
Airport.
Airport,
Right, it's moved.
and
Oh,
still just as good.
yes. Well, I loved just diners in general, so I wrote this. It's a sad song, but it's set in a diner. It's called Table for Two, and I always think of the omelette tree whenever I sing it. I'm sitting alone at the counter again. Behind me's a table for two. Watch you survive for that second share now. Now that I haven't got you. Oh, now that I haven't got you. This was the diner we came to that night, after I first danced with you. This was the place where we first really talked. It was there at that table for two. This is the diner I've come to for years. Now it only holds memories of you. And that night, and the fight that reduced me to tears, there at that table for two. It was there at that table for two. So I'm sitting alone at the counter again. Behind me's a table for two. Watch you survive for that second share now. Now that I haven't got you. Oh, now that I haven't got you. There's a stool where I now always sit on my own, and all those around me, they're all so alone. At the counter I tend to think less about you than I would if I sat at that table for two. Still I come back to this diner most days. They serve the best heartache in town, and with it they give you unlimited tears to wash the bad memories down. They'll wash those bad memories down. So I'm sitting alone at the counter again. Behind me's a table for two. What use have I for that second chair now? Now that I haven't got you. Oh, now that I haven't got you. Oh, now that I haven't got you.
Aw.
Oh, lovely.
That's a pretty song, Mandy. That's a very
Thank
pretty
you.
song.
Thank you
Yeah.
very much. Thank you. Thanks, Tom. I have to say, my cousin was sort of rather disconcertingly upset when I told her that it was sort of fiction, that I hadn't personally pined away in a diner for somebody. And she said, oh, and she was sort of quite disappointed that I hadn't, which I thought, well, you know,
You can
actually, be
always
happy
count
for
on
me.
family.
The same young fellow found that good things don't always last, so he and Sally parted. And this is part of his response. I never liked a train. They always woke me up at night. They'd come as thunder in the darkness, howling through the moonlight. Though I never liked a train, at least not till yesterday. No, I never liked a train until I saw the one that came to carry you away. I was never one for tears, kept my feelings deep inside. Having someone pity me was something I could not abide, so I never cried a tear since I was a little boy. No, I never cried a tear yesterday, and then I started weeping tears of joy. You made a whole new man out of me. Nearly too much to believe. You introduced me to a bright new world, and all you had to do was leave. I'm so indebted to you. And I've never danced a step, too busy holding up a wall. I'd go to nearly any length to avoid a dance hall. Oh, I've never danced a step. Guess my shyness ran too deep. No, I never danced a step till yesterday. Now I can't control my happy feet. I've got happy feet, and I never liked a train. No, I never liked a train. Not a boxcar, flat car, engine or caboose. Never liked a train until the one that got me loose from you. Ooh.
Damn, Michael.
It's a great song.
Almost need to apologize for that. My cruel streak.
I don't know whether to laugh or cry. Okay, so this is the moment of recovery. And it is also not from personal experience. First, make a list, all the qualities you missed on your previous attempts. Then make a plan, all the places that someone like that might frequent. Call all your friends, let them know you're on the mend from your last affair. Consult your horoscope, seize the moment, and say a little prayer. And then you wait. You hurry up and wait. Be at the right place at the right time to meet your soulmate. You just wait, gently knocking on the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. Improve yourself, pay attention to your health, learn a new dance. Go on a trip, give your blues the slip, change your circumstance. Exercise your brain, learn a new language, do something just for fun. Get your fortune told, buy new clothes, you may already have won. Then you wait, you hurry up and wait. Be at the right place at the right time to meet your soulmate. You just wait, gently knocking on the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. Sooner or later, you're gonna notice a change. Your own company ain't half as bad as they claim, and it's not a cause for shame. You can afford to wait. You can hurry up and wait. At the right place, at the right time, you'll meet your soulmate. You'll just wait. You'll be entering the gates of love sublime. It's just a matter of patience and timing in the tango for one. 'Cause it's all about patience and timing in the tango for one. Thank you. And P.S. that works.
Very good. This is about meeting one's soulmate as well, having sort of given up, and then voila, there they are. It's called Possibility of You. To lay it on the table, to set the record straight. The truth is I don't ever want to settle in one place. Born to roam this world, I always dreamed of flying free, never being weighted down with things I just don't need. Some lovers try to mold me and bind my heart with chains, turn me into what I'm not, make me swear I'd stay. But nobody's gonna change me into who they think I am. I don't wanna go through life alone and down that road again. It never crossed my mind someone might change my point of view, so very late to contemplate the possibility of you. They say nothing is impossible, and I guess it must be true, for the odds were close to zero of running into you. A wandering soul, a lonesome heart, free-spirited like me. So many other places than that bar you could have been. But thank God our worlds collided, and thank God you caught my eye. A glance led to a heart-to-heart, a mirroring of minds. That night we both found something we'd never found before. Two solitary travelers, not lonesome anymore. It never crossed my mind someone might change my point of view. So very late to contemplate the possibility of you. Ooh, you hold me. Ooh, so glad that we are more than friends. Ooh, you show me. You never know what's waiting round the bend. My mind, someone might change my point of view. So very late to contemplate the possibility of you. The possibility of you. The possibility of you.
Nice.
Bit of a jazz chord at the end to fool everybody, including myself.
Our same fellow, his name's Benjamin, by the way, goes by Benny. After that, he just says, that's it, I've had it with women. I'm heading out, I'm just going to be a rambling guy. By the time I got to Texas, I've been on the road so many days, searching all around the Southwest for somewhere I'd care to stay. Thinking back on Arizona, that's where I'd been feeling fine. I think I'll head back to Sedona, maybe spend a little time. You might think that I'm just footloose, maybe running from the law, or some broken-hearted memory. No, that ain't it at all. I'm just a freedom-loving man, so I keep moving while I can. Don't plant me in a rocking chair, just go crazy sitting there, and that sure isn't in my Going 65 in a driving range, out across a desert plain. Come or go, that's up to me, just the way it's got to be for a freedom-loving man. Growing up in California, from the desert to the sea, from Big Sur to the Sierra, I carry that inside of me. One single night in New York City, I couldn't leave there fast enough. Ran from that concrete like from prison. Barely stopped to grab my stuff. Maybe all this running's just a sickness. That's what I heard somebody said. But if it's true that home is where the heart is, I'm gonna be home in a minute, 'cause the heart's just down the road a mile ahead. And I'm just a freedom-loving man, so I keep moving while I can. Don't plant me in a rocking chair, I just go crazy sitting there, and that sure isn't in my plan. Going 65 in a driving rain, out across a desert plain. Come or go, that's up to me, that's just the way it's got to be for a freedom-loving man.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You should definitely leave this person, Benjamin, something in your will because he's provided you a lot of material. So before we move on, Mandy, where are you going to be playing next, and where can people look for you online?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Sorry, something weird happened to my microphone then. I don't know what. What did you say? Where am I playing?
Where are
next?
you going to be playing next, and where can people find you online?
I think my next gig is at the Oxford Folk Festival, which is in the middle of April, April the 10th and the 12th. I have gigs in Oxford. And where can people find me online? Did you say?
Yes.
My website?
Yes.
You mean that sort of thing?
That sort of thing.
Oh,
Because some of us are not going to be
Mandywoods.com.
able to make it to the Oxford Festival.
Oh, why? Come on. Yes, mandywoods.com. And yes, and various lovely Zoom things like this. The Dun Cow one, of course, which is where we know each other from.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And someday we'll get to do that one in person together.
Yes, I've been to the live one a few times now. It's way up north, but yeah, we must do it together in person one of these days. But yes, Oxford is my next live performance on the 10th at the Museum of, what's it called?
Well, if we're
Art
in
Museum
Oxford, we can look it up.
And then, yes, the Covered Market on the 12th.
Okay.
Look up Oxford Folk Festival.
And Michael, same question. Where are you going to play next, and where can we find you online?
Gosh, there's a thing I'm going to do online, Sue. I don't know. I don't recall exactly what it is. I don't think there's anything else. Scotty may know better than I, But yeah, working on a couple of things, but yeah, not since January haven't done a live gig. Yeah.
Ah, and online we can find you at.
I have a link tree. I don't know if anyone knows what that is. It's
I do.
it's kind of like a instead of having a website, you can have this and send people out. And Linktree is spelled linktr.ee, and then it would be slash Michael Gardner songs. And
Excellent.
some other
Okay.
places too, but I think that would get you out to them. Thanks for asking that, Jan.
Sure. And my name is Jan Seides. It's janseides.com, just like you see in the corner of my little cell here. That comes with all the amenities I need. And the next time I'll be playing live will be April 13th at a place here in Austin called Kick Butt Coffee, and that is what they serve. But they also serve music and booze according to their sign. So that'll be fun. I think my guests there are Jimmy Jo Natoli and she'd kill me if she knew I was blanking on her name. Whoever she is. Hold on. March, April. Oh, Erica Michelle. But we won't be telling her I forgot her name, will we? And my next guest on this show will be April. Oh, this one's going to be really exciting. They all are. It'll be April 6th, and it'll be Brian Petroff and Richard Lappin. And nailing them down was a major undertaking, so I'm really happy to have them here to present to y'all. And that will happen again on April 6th. And if you're interested in finding out more about these shows and you would like me to add your name to the mailing list, which is not about spam ever, I promise. I don't even get in touch that often because who's got time like that? Anyway, if you want to have the link to those shows, I am no longer posting them on Facebook because we had a major interruption, Scotty, you may remember. And it was not fun and it was not pretty. Yeah. So I don't put the link on Facebook. If you want it, it's in the mailing list, or you can DM me on Facebook and I'll give it to you then. But it's so much easier to just get it from the email that I send out once a month. So if you would like that, put your email in the chat here and a little note about why it's there. And if you're on the Facebook or YouTube version of this, please send it to me at jan@janseides.com. That'll work. So there's an elephant in the room, almost literally, that I can't avoid talking about. And I'm going to talk about it now because for an entirely different reason, someone in my family who recently married, the person that she married, whose parents were at the wedding, elected that moment to be as unsupportive as they possibly could be. And the person in question was on Facebook expressing their anguish. And it was memorable, and I felt really bad for them. And then one of the cousins from the other side of the family said, oh, well, that person had, at the end of their rant, said, I don't have a family. And the cousin from the other side of the family said, yes, you do. We're the family you have, and you can lean on us. And I had been struggling since November 6th or 5th, whatever it was, to say something, anything, and had not been able. And when I saw that, I thought, that's the song I want. So this is it. Hold on just a minute. I cannot do that to your ears. There you are. There. My niece's wife thinks nobody knows the agony they're going through. People say that's the life they chose. Their sort of love cannot be true. They've cut their ties with family, lost some lifelong friends. Now they think that in their corner is only them. My best friend's child thinks nobody shares the burden she carries in the world. People say that's her cross to bear. She's got 2 strikes, black and girl. They tell her that's just the way it is. Give it up, move on. Now she feels she needs an army, but she has none. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think folks are just gaming you, and maybe they don't care as much as they say they do, as you want them to. But we can lean on the ones who love us. There's gonna be some that we can trust, so we can lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me. Oh, you can lean on me. My brother's wife lies awake all night, wondering what trouble they might face. 'Cause her parents crossed that borderline to bring their children to the States. She's anxious for her family, not sure who's a friend. Now she thinks she better be careful, 'cause so much depends. And maybe you feel the same. Maybe you think folks are just gaming you, and maybe they don't care as much as they say they do, as you need them to. But we can lean on the ones that love us, 'cause there's gonna be some that we can trust. So we must lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me. Yes, you can. We can lean on the ones that love us, 'cause there's gotta be some that we can trust. So we will lean on the ones that love us. And you can lean on me. I will lean on Thank you.
Lovely.
Excuse me for interrupting. I've got to depart, but I want to thank you, Jan, for this, and Mike for the invitation, and really enjoyed this hour with you folks of beautiful music. So thank you very much for allowing me to join.
Thank you for being here. And like I say, if you'd like to know more about these shows, please leave your email in the chat. And by the way, in the chat, for general knowledge, there is a tip jar. Please feel free.
Okay.
Okay.
I will go to your website and send you my contact information.
Okay. Thank
Thank you all again. Thanks, Scotty. Good to see you.
Okay, I'll
Okay.
carry
Yes.
on. So this seems a little bit trivial in comparison to your very moving song, but I thought I would do it anyway.
We need the lightness.
So the previous song I sang was sort of nominated for the Fab Music Awards for the Best Original Song. It was nominated for that, and I had high hopes that it would win. And then during the voting process, the site got hacked, and they had to just sort of cancel the whole thing. So it was very disappointing. So it sort of just fizzled out, really, essentially. You know, my hopes were dashed, and then this song actually has won something. It won sort of Somerset competition award, best on the night. So I can at least now call myself award winning for this song. It's about it's a sort of conversation between two people in a relationship with very differing degrees of romanticism. I don't know if it will translate across the Atlantic, but I have to put on a northern accent in order for you to sort of get the difference in and the northerners are sort of have a bit of a reputation for being a bit more down to earth.
Oh, we definitely can tell the difference.
Right. So this is it. Why are your eyes so dazzlingly blue, you said? Oh, that doesn't sound right. Anyway, let's do it anyway. That's it. Why are your eyes so dazzlingly blue, you said? Genetic mutation in my humble view. Why does your hair have a glorious sheen? Well, that's the molecular structure of keratin.
I'm going to interrupt you for just a minute. Check your original sound.
Oh,
I
is it
think
gone off?
Yes.
Oh. So I'm having some issues with my Can you hear me?
Yes.
But differently. Does it sound different?
It does sound different, yes.
Let's see if I can get this to come on. There's something has happened to my the audio interface that I'm using, and it just will not come on. Can I just
Can you just switch to the computer sound?
I'll have to. If you can still hear me.
Yes.
There's no point in wearing them because I can't hear them actually. Okay. Can you hear that?
Much better. Yeah.
Right. Here we go. Why are your eyes so dazzlingly blue, you said? Genetic mutation in my humble view. Why does your hair have a glorious sheen? Well, that's the molecular structure of keratin. Why is your skin so wonderfully smooth, you said? That'll be pumice stone that I use. You're nothing if not pragmatic, and I'm nothing if not ecstatic, 'cause I'm in love with you. How come your lips cry out to be adored, you said? Me lips saying out me vocal cords. How come you smell like a perfumed rose? And that nasal spray's unblocked your nose. What makes you smile so when I'm here beside you? Facial muscles, zygomaticus, major and minor. You're nothing if not pragmatic, and I'm nothing if not ecstatic, 'cause I'm in love with you. Why do you blush so sweetly when I'm near, you said. It's called rosacea, I've been suffering for years. Why when I see you do I feel this crazy way, you said. That'll be synapses firing at brain. How did I come up with this heartfelt laudation, you said. It's called an overactive imagination. You're nothing if not pragmatic, and I'm nothing if not ecstatic, 'cause I'm in love with you. Oh, you're nothing if not pragmatic, and I'm nothing if not ecstatic. Over the moon, 'cause I'm in love with you. Thank you very much.
Nice one.
How very succinct.
Yes, it's one of my shorter songs, but it's actually that has been a good thing because there is this another competition in the north of England, thankfully, that the song had to be 3 minutes maximum in order to, and everything for drama, poetry, and song, and they all had to come in at no more than 3 minutes. So I
Wow.
was able to enter this, and it's been shortlisted for the
Oh, good.
So I will get to know on the 12th of April whether it's made it or not.
And we'll be able to hear you crowing all the way over here on this side of the pond.
Indeed, you will. Yes.
So, Michael, you're up.
Alrighty. So our same fellow, Benny, he finally gets the traveling Jones handled and he's settling down and he meets somebody. He's been walking around all smiles, even wearing the latest style. Could it be that our boy's beguile? My buddy's got a girlfriend. Now he's whistling while he works. He even laughs when he sees our smirks. Oh, ain't this one of life's great perks? My buddy's got a girlfriend. He goes walking along the beach with his arm draped around his peach. He's even starting to show some tan, this infamous indoor man. An impossible circumstance. Now he's gone out and learned to dance. There must be something to this romance. My buddy's got a girlfriend. He never wants to go fishing, but he can't give a good excuse. He might say I'm out of money, or I gotta work, but we know that it's all a ruse. He's got a new kind of attitude, acting out like an upright dude. And that boy used to be so rude. My buddy's got a girlfriend. My buddy's got a girlfriend. buddy's got a girlfriend. My buddy's got a girlfriend now.
Perfect.
Right.
That was just lovely. So that being the case, I guess I should play a love song. If I had it to do over, a mulligan for all of those mistakes, maybe I would take it slower and think about the reasons I should wait for the other shoe. But then I wouldn't be with you. If I had it to do over, a second chance to turn and walk away from all the careless promises and all the times my trust was betrayed, 'cause I didn't have a clue. But then I wouldn't be with you. You are the reason I still believe a guardian angel watches over me. So if I had it to do over, an opportunity that few receive, I could be lying here tonight, dreaming dreams that probably would never come true. So I wouldn't follow through, because then I wouldn't be with you.
Oh,
Thank you. I guess that response every time. Aw. Aw.
Can you,
Thank you, Janet.
right, can you still hear me? I'm having a few issues.
Yeah.
Right. So this is Michael's one about the chap who went off to war. Reminded me of this one that I wrote. That is was inspired by a friend in Arizona. Told me about a diner that he knew actually in Colorado. That had got him thinking how many years it had been in the diner and what it had seen during its time in the diner. And he asked me if I was interested in trying to write a song about a jukebox that had been in this diner for many years and had seen a family through several wars. So this is the song. It's called Voice of a Jukebox. And it references 4 songs that were current during the various wars referred to. Good night, soldier, Mo played when they sent Jim away to the beaches of Normandy. 3 plays a quarter, she played it twice more, for it held bittersweet memories. As
dear Uncle Sam mourned Vietnam and the price one young soldier had paid. Mo wept for her son while Loretta sang on, reflecting her desperate pain. I've stood at the back of Joe's diner. No one can say for how long. In peacetime and wartime, a jukebox for all time. Generations grew old to my songs. Like the men had before her, most precious granddaughter went off to an overseas war. As she played from a distance, Mo quietly whispered, "Oh please, let me see Kate once more." I've stood at the back of Joe's diner. No one can say for how long. In peacetime and wartime, a jukebox for all time. Generations grew old to my songs. I've records to suit every mood, tunes that'll light up the room. But the songs I recall most clearly of all are the ones that helped Mo make it through. From the Gulf, Kate came back to be sent to Iraq as the 21st century dawned. But traveling soldier played over and over. Once Mo knew this time Kate was gone. I've stood at the back of Joe's diner. No one can say for how long. In peacetime and wartime, a jukebox for all time. Generations grew old to my songs. In peacetime and wartime, a jukebox for all time. Some never grew old to my songs.
I'd call that a success.
Yep.
Yeah. Nice song.
Thanks, Jan. Thank you. Thank you.
I just checked with my advisor, Scotty, and and he had a suggestion, and that's a good one. Before my mama died, she gave to me a small indoor potted plant. It wasn't much to see, much to see. I gave it loving care that wasn't hard. When it finally grew too big, I planted it in the yard, out in the yard. That tree's got mama's patience. It's as strong as it can be. And it reaches out its branches like it's reaching out for me. Mama's tree. Now when the trials of living are overwhelming me, I just step out back and tell my troubles to that tree, Mama's tree. It stands there faithfully, hearing every word, and it welcomes wind and rain and every singing bird, singing bird. That tree's got mama's patience, it's as strong as it can be, and it reaches out its branches like it's reaching out to me. Mama's tree. Now when I'm in my backyard, where I love to be, is over in one corner, in the shade of this green tree, Mama's tree, Mama's tree, Mama's tree.
Lovely, Michael.
Thank you.
I was thinking while you were singing it that, and also this is true of the jukebox song too, the everything in our world, everything in our lives is a symbol for something besides being its functional self. And our job, pretty much as songwriters, is to try and explain that symbol to people who haven't noticed it. I first had this idea when Jean-Claude and I've forgotten his wife's name, who were artists and did things like covering the Reichstag. I think that's what it was. It's a building in Berlin, covering it in canvas. And you were to make of that what you will. But the one that caught my attention, PBS had done a show on, and what they did was they took sail material and ran it along the top of Big Sur and down to the ocean. And it was like they were underlining, hey, look over here, this is beautiful. And it was, you've probably driven past that a few times, and yeah, you look at the ocean, and yeah, you look, but did you notice this? And that was what they were doing, is forcing you to notice that graceful line all the way down to the water. So some of the symbols are more obvious than others, though, and one of them I saw as I was driving to Kansas. This was after the Coventry school shooting in Tennessee. And I was driving up I-35 and looking at all these flags that were all at half staff. And at first I couldn't remember why, like who is not with us anymore. And then when I realized why, instead of feeling reverent or sorrowful, it pissed me off. And the next time I was at a stopping place, I wrote, they might as well just leave them at half staff if they're not going to do anything about the problem. Well, a couple of weeks later, I got a message from my friend Jen Cass, who lives in Michigan and is also a songwriter. And she sent me these lyrics, and they were wonderful. They were heart-stopping. And I wrote back and I said, congratulations, those are terrific. And she said, well, it was your idea. And she reminded me of the post that made her write this. And I said, well, okay, let's make it a true collaboration. I'll set it to music if that's all right with you. And it was, and I did. And here it comes. The flags above my country are at half-staff once again, and we're burying our children and their teachers and their friends. Hey, law enforcement got him, and he only murdered 10. But the flags above my country are at half-staff once again. The flags above my country are at half-staff every day, and the folks who hold the power seem to have nothing to say. They just send their thoughts and prayers up to protect the NRA. So the flags above my country are at half-staff every day. Why not leave the flags at half-staff? It'll save us all some time. We can cut right to the part where we claim this is God's design, as we scroll the names and faces that were cut down in their prime. The flags above my country should be upside down today, 'cause the threat to life and property cannot be prayed away, and no good guy with a gun can stop a nation gone astray. So the flags above my country should be upside down today.
Yes.
Thank you. So, we are on our last round.
Oh, okay, right. This is my last one.
Yes.
Can I just very quickly retune then? Because
Okay.
for some reason I thought I'd have. This is a song about homelessness. Glastonbury has quite a sort of large transient population and people who live on the streets and in very rough conditions. And I got talking to a chap who used to sit outside the co-op food store with a paper cup in front of him. Had any change? And one day I didn't have any change, and I apologised, and he said something really poignant that led to this song. Thanks so much for having me, Jan, on this showcase. It's been really enjoyable for me.
Once again, it is 100% my pleasure. Thank you for saying yes.
Oh, anytime. So this is called The Time of Day. And just the reference to a lifestyle choice for sleeping rough was something that a Conservative minister claimed, that it was a lifestyle choice to sleep rough on the streets. So
Some say that it's a lifestyle choice to sit here every day. A battered paper cup out front for pennies tossed my way. A lazy good for nothing, a beggar with no name. Spending my ill-gotten gains on booze or crack cocaine. Truth be told, if I were rich, I'd share my fortune round. For the time of day's worth more to me than 20 million pounds. Yes, to me, the time of day is worth so much more. There's a lady often stops to chat. She greets me by my name, asks me how I'm doing as she searches for loose change. She treats me like an equal, no judgment in her eyes, as we moan about how cold it is and put the world to rights. If she finds no coins to give me, her smile turns to a frown. But the time of day's worth more to me than 20 million pounds. Yes, to me, the time of day is worth so much more. This is no choice, this is no life for anyone at all. But it's all I've got, this drafty spot outside the co-op store. Can I give something to that man? A young girl asks her dad. And the 5p that he gives her, she places in my hand. It's for you, she whispers, and her joy is plain to see when I thank her from my heart for her sweet generosity. If I had to choose, that child's words would always win hands down, for the time of day's worth more to me than 20 million pounds. Yes, to me, the time of day is worth much more. To me, the time of day it's worth much more. Thanks so much. Thank you, Scotty.
Thank you, Mandy.
Well,
Thanks
I
again.
was noisy. Sorry about that.
Happens to the best of us, Michael.
Now, you know what you were saying about art and song, what you were saying about songwriting, it struck me that that's what pretty much all arts seem to be about. Helping you see something more deeply, more meaningfully, differently. And humor, it strikes me, is pretty much about that too. This song is a friend of mine, was a bass player in my band and a good friend, and went to his home one evening for a recording session. He had a studio in his garage, and he was excited about having seen Crosby and Nash the night before and talked about that. And then he told me his daughter's getting married. His daughter had been pretty much considered lost, drugs and God knows how much else. And she had gotten a hold of herself. She was working. She was going to be married. He said, I want a song to sing at her reception. And he played me the chords, and I said, he wanted me to write the lyric. And I said, play that last part again. And I said, that's where Graham Nash says, everything's turning out fine. He said, that's it. So we wrote that song, and it's Everything's Turning Out Fine. Last night I lay me down to sleep, tossed and turned between these sheets, thinking about this day ahead. A lifetime running through my head. We've been up and down, nearly over and out. There were so many times when I was filled with doubt. And every day since you were new, I've always only wondered what's best for you. And everything's turning out fine. I'm sitting here, I'm sitting back watching you shine. Everything's turning out fine. At this moment, I don't know which way tomorrow's winds may blow. I can't say much with certainty, but these few things are true for me. To see you dancing round and round, to have you near me safe and sound, means much more than I can say. It fills my heart so full today, oh. You're lighter than a cloud, laughing right out loud, as we celebrate this day. It's so good to see you coming out to play. Everything's turning out fine. I'm sitting here, sitting back watching you. So good, it's so fine, it's so good just to have you back home tonight. These arms are open wide to hold you close and have you by my side, and it's so good. Everything's turning out fine.
Isn't that
Oh,
lovely?
That was driving again. Got it turned down a little.
Well, that was beautiful, Michael. I'm so happy for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That marriage didn't work out. We sang it at her next marriage.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Interesting.
Well, actually, the people I'm happy for mainly is the person who asked you to write the lyrics to that song.
Yeah, we
Because
both got a lot. Yeah.
I am one of those who raised a rebellious teenager, and there was a point when I wasn't sure either one of us was going to survive. So I'm glad everything turned out fine. And I'm going to do one last one, because your song about your mama's tree reminded me of something I haven't thought about for a while. And that is that I have a song called Grandmother's Tree. And the reason I have it was because I was asked to write it by someone I know who is very passionate about the trouble we're in climate-wise. And he's a one-man campaign. Maybe there's a few more people involved now. I haven't kept up. But he had me as the resident songwriter for a while and asked me to write songs about trees and about other things having to do with climate change and about some prose that he'd written that he would like a song accompaniment for. And we had a conversation, he and I, about the Northern Lights, because this was during the time when the sunstorms were happening and Northern Lights were visible way south of where they normally are. And I was not aware of that yet when he brought it up. But during that day, 3 people talked to me about the Northern Lights, and I thought, well, okay, it sounds like somebody's trying to tell me I need a song about the Northern Lights. So I wrote this one. And this is going to be my swan song this evening or this afternoon, depending on where you are. Magnetic fields fight their way across the skies and show us brilliant colors, the Northern Lights, and we are all reminded the beauty we have here, how fortunate we are to have protective atmosphere. And the home we share, the Northern Lights remind us, has water and air. The Northern Lights remind us that there's no guarantee, there's no guarantee. The Northern Lights remind us, the Northern Lights remind us. Celestial looms weave the darkness into lights that dance above the planets to dazzle human eyes. And we are all reminded of vast eternity, how fortunate we are, however briefly, just to be. And the home we share, the Northern Lights remind us, has water and air. The Northern Lights remind us there's no guarantee, there's no guarantee. The Northern Lights remind us, the Northern Lights remind us. It's a beautiful and deadly universe, and everything that we hold dear depends on our next choice. For though we send our rockets up to land on planet Mars, or lie back on the hillside to admire the stars, the Northern Lights remind us with their shimmering towers how fortunate we are to have this earth of ours. And the home we share, the Northern Lights remind us, has water and air. The Northern Lights remind us there's no guarantee, there's no guarantee. The Northern Lights remind us, the Northern Lights remind us, the Northern Lights, the Northern Lights, the Northern Lights remind us. Thank you. Thank you to Michael Gardner all the way from California. And boy, are your arms tired, right? Thank you for saying yes. And Mandy, even further, Mandy Woods, thank you also for saying yes to this, especially a second time. Oh my gosh, thanks.
That'll be the third
And-
time if you ask me.
Wonderful, wonderful. I will. So I'm going to stop the stream. Thank you for everyone who is on Facebook.